Hi guys, 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 I hope you are all well. Hi guys, I hope you're all well and Happy New Year. Today I'm going to be doing a video looking back on 2016. Last year I saw quite a few people do them and I was really inspired by it. I've never done one before, so I thought this year I'm going to do one because I think it's something really nice to look back on, and it's something that can, inspire you for the year ahead, I think, because you think of all the great things that happened. I feel that 2016 for me was a year of real highs and real lows. It was very inconsistent in a way, but the good things were great, and then there was obviously, it ended on quite a, just a bit of a crappy, I had a crappy December basically. So let's not start it on a bad note though. Let's go through what happened in 2016. I feel like it was a year when I finally got recognised in a way because of my beautiful struggle at the end of 2015. Well, in August, when I released that video, that's when my career finally went somewhere. And so the start of 2016 was pretty epic. So on the 6th of January to the 8th, I was taken to New York with Urban Decay, and that was the most incredible thing. And I felt like at that point that, wow, if my year started off like this, how is it going to end? And that was just such an amazing experience with such amazing people. Urban Decay is such an amazing brand, and they really looked after me and just they treated me so well, and it was just awesome to see America with a brand. I've been to New York before, but doing this felt extra special. I just felt like if you'd have told me 10 years ago that I'd be able to do that with a brand that I adore, I'd never believe it would happen. So being able to go to New York with Urban Decay and seeing the new Gwen Stefani collection with Urban Decay was absolutely incredible. We stayed at a beautiful hotel. I got to meet Wendy, one of the founders of Urban Decay, and she was just so lovely. And I was just so excited and grateful from the bottom of my heart to be there. So that was a massive highlight of 2016, and it was going to be pretty hard to top that because that was just insane. I just loved it. Even the fact that we flew like upper class, it was just beyond anything I could have ever imagined. So I still really am so grateful for Urban Decay for that. So after the whirlwind trip of New York, which was only for 2 nights, and I felt so tired after that, but it was so worth it. I just got back to my normal routine, filming and just doing the usual stuff. And then one morning I went to London, to the Ham Yard Hotel, and went to a L'Oreal Sculpt class, and it was presented by Mario. I mean, he is just the makeup king. So I was so excited to be invited. There were so many amazing influencers there as well. That was incredible to see so many amazing people in one room. And it was just awesome to see Mario work and see him apply makeup to a model. Obviously the model was beautiful anyway, so he didn't have much work to do, but just to hear him talk so humbly about his career, and he seemed so nice and genuine. It was just nice to watch him work. But yeah, that was awesome. So I was so excited to be invited to that. But yeah, so January, that was the main things that happened in January. Obviously I was doing a lot of house bits at this point, choosing like wallpaper, choosing furniture. Last year, 2016, the start of 2016 and into the spring was all about my house really. So yeah, it was all about buying stuff for the house. We bought stuff quite early on, like probably the last summer. But we had quite a lot of stuff already, but it was still like things like choosing the wallpaper and carpets and all that. So once January had passed, it was then February, and the 3rd of February is Mike's birthday. So we headed to London for his birthday, and we went on the Eye. We had a glass of champagne. And then we went to stay at the Me Hotel, which is so gorgeous. And we went to STK for dinner, which I treated him to, obviously it was his birthday. And then we went to the Radio Rooftop Bar, which was so cool. And we had a really nice night, we had a gorgeous room. And it was just so nice to get away just together. And it was nice to go to London for, an occasion as opposed to just work. It was nice to just let our hair down, have a few drinks, a lot of drinks, and just be with each other. It was a really nice time. And then in the middle of February, I went to London, and I went with Mum this time, just for the afternoon, and we met up with Jen Gerard, who owns Gerard Cosmetics, and that was really nice to catch up with her. She's such a lovely lady. So we just went to Selfridges, had a bite to eat in there, and then just caught up, and then Mum and I just had a little mooch, and then we went home. It was just a really nice day. So then March came along, and Urban Decay opened a new store in Brent Cross. So I got to go along to the opening as a job, which was insane, but it was really nice because I got to go with other girls from Red Hair, which is the management that I'm under. And it was just really nice to hang out, play with makeup in a shop. Like, it felt like, how does this work? This doesn't feel like work. I felt so grateful. Again, I'm just so grateful for being able to do these things, and it's all down to you. For every like, for every comment, for every interaction, for every video share, for every tweet, every snap, everything. Like, thank you, because I wouldn't be able to do the things I do without you. Like, you make me successful. If you enjoy what I do and you comment, you interact with me, it makes me more successful. So if you, I'm just so grateful. Like, you just don't even understand how much of an impact you guys make on my life. So then I went to London again, and this was at another gorgeous hotel. I'm not sure what the hotel was called now, but it was gorgeous. And it was for a Coco Brown masterclass. And Coco Brown is a fake tan brand, if you don't know. It's pretty awesome, and it's so affordable. I love it. But they had Joyce Bonelli, who is the Kardashians' makeup artist, another Kardashian makeup artist, do a talk and talk about fake tan, talk about everything, just talk about makeup and just her life. And to be in this small little room with other influencers, listening to someone who seemed really quite interesting, actually, it was really cool. Like, I was at the front of the room and she was sat just in front of me, and I just found her so interesting, and she seemed so genuine as well. Like, she couldn't speak highly enough of the people that she'd worked with, and you know, it was just pretty awesome. And so thank you for inviting me to that lovely event, Coco Brown. I really enjoyed it. It was such an awesome event, so yeah, thank you. And then April was a really big month in the fact that of life changes. So on the 9th of April, Mike and I finally moved into our lovely house that we've been building for the past couple of years with the help of so many people, but mainly Michael, my stepdad. We wouldn't be in this house if it wasn't for him, because he oversaw everything. He made sure the wall wasn't pulled over our eyes. He made sure that everything we got was the best and that things were getting sorted. He organised everything. He organised, getting the builders and all that. He just, he done everything for us. So I'm forever grateful for that. But yeah, on the 9th of April, we finally moved with the help of my mum and Michael. And then obviously we put the house together, and it was just really good. I remember on the day though, because obviously I couldn't really do anything. So after a little while, I just remember just putting the telly on for the first time, having the fire on, and I think I was watching QVC and I was looking at Tarte products thinking, I really want to buy some Tarte products. But at the same time taking it all in, the fact that we were finally moving house, and I was really worried that it wouldn't feel like a home at first, but straight away it felt like home. But the only thing that did feel strange on the first night was the fact that the dogs weren't there, because it did seem a lot quieter than usual, because I was used to being in a house with all of us and the dogs. So I remember we would sit there and I was like, oh, it seems so quiet, but I soon got used to it, and I love this house. I've only been to my mum's a couple of times since, which is quite funny really, but that is a massive thing, that we built our own house and we've finally moved into it. Like, that's like the biggest thing really that's happened personally, because this is like a dream come true, and it's so lovely to finally be in this wonderful house. I remember then in May, on the 7th of May, I always do something really special and really like celebrating life kind of thing, because 7th of May is when I had my accident. So in 2016, it was the 11th year anniversary of my accident. So we had like a gathering at my new house. So Mike made a barbecue. which was really yummy. And I had friends over, and we just had a really nice time. We had Prosecco, we had cocktails, we had cupcakes, everything that I love, food and drinks, and friends. And it was just lovely. We had such a lovely time all together. So that was really good. The only downside to that day was Lola went missing, which is our dog. But she came back the next morning. But obviously the whole day was really nice. But then Lola went missing in the evening, and that was quite stressful, very stressful actually. Everyone was out searching for her, but we couldn't find her anywhere. But she came back the next morning. We were so mad with her, but so relieved at the same time. We thought she was gone. So then on the 18th of May, something massive happened again, and I went to London and I had a meeting. And this meeting was to talk about me writing a book. And I went to a publishing house, and it was just the talks really of perhaps I could write a book. And I was then asked if I could write a proposal. So I spent the next couple of months, well, not even that, I don't even think it was that long. I think I spent the next few weeks actually. It was really fast paced, writing this proposal and getting it done, sharing my experiences in a proposal to the book publishers. And I was so happy when they told me that it'd been accepted, that the book publishers wanted to it's so exciting, that the book publishers wanted to publish my book. So My Beautiful Struggle will be out in May 2017 this year. I'm going to be a published author. Pretty exciting. So then at the end of the month, I got to go to London again. It's always in London, isn't it? And I went to interview Charlie XCX because she did a collaboration with Make It Forever for all their eyeliners. So that was pretty awesome. It's so funny because I went to university and studied fashion journalism, but I only stayed for just over a year. But I did journalism as well at college. So it's quite funny that I got to kind of use my journalistic skills, which seemed like a million years ago that I got taught them with someone. But it felt so natural. I kind of just gave myself some questions that I wanted to ask her, and I just thought, I'm just going to be myself. I'm not going to try and suck up to anyone. I'm just going to talk to her like she's just another human being, because that is what she is. I know she's a singer as well, but I mean, So it was pretty cool to be able to interview someone, and I was really nervous, but I love doing things that scare you. So if something scares me, then I will do it, because I think if it's scaring me, then I'm going to feel so accomplished once I've done it. So I was really pleased that I got to do that. So yeah. So on the 1st of June, I got picked up by Urban Decay and driven to Heathrow Airport, and I got to meet up with Wendy, one of the founders of Urban Decay. So that was really lovely that they did that, and they gave me a massive box of their Vice lipsticks. I didn't get it that day because Mum and I then went into London and went to Selfridges, so it was just easier if they sent it to me. But I was like, oh my god, I got the 100 lipsticks, insane. But yeah, meeting up with Wendy was lovely because she's such an inspirational lady. I feel that people who are so successful just really inspire me, and it's just nice to talk to people like that. But yeah, it was just good to see her again. So I saw her in New York, then I saw her in London, so hopefully it'll be good to see her another time. And then I got driven up to Halifax for Mark Hill's pick and mix shoot. So I was one of the influencers who was having their hair done and talking about the products. Some of the other influencers actually did their own hair, but I can't do my own hair because of my hands. So it was really cool that I got to be on a shoot for something that I can't even do. I can't do my own hair, but they still wanted me, so that was pretty awesome. So I went there with Mark Hill, and I used, I think, 3 of the products, 3 of the ones for the pick and mix range, which are awesome. And then it was made into a lovely little video that I could share on my channel. And then on the 23rd of June, I did something massive, and it was go to London yet again, but this time for a campaign shoot. And this has to be the biggest thing that I've done with a brand, I suppose. And it was with L'Oreal, and it was for their True Match campaign. And this was the shoot day, so this is the day that I got filmed talking, and I got my pictures taken for the campaign. It's so awesome to have been a part of that, because it's just, I found it so inspiring that a brand's done something that was inspiring, and it wasn't just literally about the foundation, it was about the people who wear the foundation. It was about people's foundation story. It was inspiring and different to what any brand's done before. It was just so rewarding to be part of something so huge. I couldn't believe that I was asked to be part of it, and it was amazing. Then in July I had a tattoo. So I had the first part of my tattoo, which on my arm, my mandala style, henna, Mindy style tattoo. So that was pretty awesome. And then in August, Mike, Mum and I went on holiday. Mum came just to help us out, just to help me, be my carer really, and assist us. So we went to another Me hotel, but this time in Mallorca. Little did we know, it was right beside the Magaluf Strip. Not quite as classy as what the hotel kind of was. It was a massive contrast. Like, the hotel was beautiful and stunning, just like the London one, with a gorgeous pool, and it was next door to Nikki Beach, which is obviously a high-end kind of pool, bar, beach. What is it called? It's like a beach club, I suppose. So yeah, it was a bit of a contrast, like 2 minutes down the road with Magaluf Strip. But we ended up having a really lovely time. But yeah, that was beautiful. It's so, like I said before, it's so lovely to get away, and I really love going away. I love the sunshine and just having a nice laid back time. It was so good. And then at the end of the month, the L'Oreal campaign finally went live. So I remember going into Superdrug with my mum and my sister and seeing my picture up on the wall, like a little billboard thing. That was incredible. I just remember being sat next to the poster thing. It was on a promo board. So I think True Match must have been on offer, and obviously it was a new campaign, so they wanted it on their own thing. You know when you go into a shop and you kind of see it straight away? So it was there, and I was just sat beside it going, that's me, and I think people must have thought I was insane, but I was just so proud to be part of something so massive, just thinking it was all around the country. It was really cool. So right at the end of the month, I then went to London again, and I went to the BBC studios to record for BBC Radio 4, and it was to record a campaign message for the NSIF, which is the Nickel Spinal Injury Foundation, and it was to raise awareness and raise money for them, which I was then told raised quite a bit of money, which is awesome. I was actually really humbled to be asked to do that, because as a person who is affected obviously by spinal cord injury, it really means a lot to me to raise awareness for research to be done to perhaps one day find a cure. So to be part of that was really amazing and really quite humbling, and it was a good experience to do radio. I've done radio where a radio's called me up and I spoke on the phone, but I've never been to a studio, I don't think, and so it was pretty cool to be in a studio recording. So then in September I had the rest of my tattoo done, which was the top part. Oh, it's twisted when I get that because of my arm, but it's not twisted. So the top part of my tattoo, I'll have to do a tattoo video at some point, because I felt like it needed finishing off, and I wanted to put more of a mandala style on it. I feel like I want to put more, I want to fill this whole area. So at the end of September I had more book meetings, and I've been having book meetings for the rest of the year really, and I will do until my book is out. So the book has although it's really difficult because obviously on YouTube you think, I'm just doing my videos, but I've got so much behind the scenes. Doing my book is a massive thing, so I've been putting that really high on my to-do list, and it's really a main priority at the moment. And so that's, it's something that I haven't really spoken too much about really, because I can't really talk much about it until it's out. But yeah, I've had loads of meetings, and I had a big one in September. So then on the 30th of September, something exciting was happening, and I was hosting an Illamasqua event, which I couldn't believe was happening. So basically, Illamasqua were opening a counter in Debenhams on Oxford Street, wow. And I was asked to do a demonstration, so do my makeup in front of people who were coming along, passers-by, to try and entice people in, I suppose. And it was insane that I was asked to do that. It felt so big for me, because I thought I once couldn't do my makeup, and I'm self-taught, I'm no makeup artist, you know, and now I'm being asked to do this in front of makeup artists. Like, that was really, I couldn't wait, but at the same time I was really nervous. But unfortunately when I got there, I couldn't get under the table that they offered me. So it was a bit of a shame really, because I couldn't do my own makeup. I had to have the makeup artist do it, and she did it so lovely. She'd done it so well, but it felt a little bit disheartening because I kind of wanted to be really proud of myself, but I still am, because I kind of thought, well, I was still asked to do it, it wasn't my fault that I couldn't. And these are the times when you kind of think that people forget about you know, the wheelchair, and so much has to be taken into consideration, like silly things like a table. Like, it's crazy like how many things you have to think about, but yeah, unfortunately I couldn't fit under it, but it was still a great experience. So then on the 7th of October I got to go to London again, and this time it was for a Kat Von D event, because finally Kat Von D Beauty is sold in the UK, yes! But it was pretty awesome because I've always wanted to meet Kat Von D, like I think she's so cool, like yeah, I was just excited to meet her, and so I got to go to this event and it was pretty awesome. There was vegan food there, which was yummy. There were some lovely cupcakes, and got to see some gorgeous products. And then Kat herself came in and she did a talk, and she's really chatty, and she's so interesting. Like, I found her really interesting, and she had a lot to say, and yeah, I just found her really interesting. So that was cool. And then it was my birthday. I was turning 27, and my birthday was on a Monday, so Mike planned stuff for the weekend. So on the Sunday we went to Ely, and that was so lovely. We stayed at the Poet's House and we had lovely cocktails there, we had lovely dinner, and when we actually got there, first of all, we went into our room and Mike had ordered like champagne and a lovely birthday cake. It was beautiful. It was such a nice day. It was just lovely. But I just remember, like, actually on my birthday I had the worst hangover ever. There seems to be a recurring theme that I get hangovers, which is probably why I don't get absolutely hammered that often. But I wasn't even that drunk, I don't think. But I remember just being really... The reason I didn't... Actually, I know why I felt rough. It wasn't because I was hungover. It's because I didn't sleep. Mike would not stop snoring that night. Oh my god, I just remember being awake the whole night and thinking, he's ruined my birthday. But he snores so bad. So half the time he sleeps in another room from me because I just can't handle his snoring. But obviously when we're away and when he's had a drink, it's even worse. So yeah, I just remember on my actual birthday, I was semi-hungover but more so tired. And I remember getting home from Ely, and I had a bath and I just really enjoyed it. And then I literally had no makeup on my birthday and just chilled out, and my family came over and we had a Chinese, so that was perfect in my eyes. Minus the hangover sleepiness. And then also for my birthday, Mike got me tickets to go see Motown the Musical and to go to Mildred's, which is a vegan restaurant in Camden, but I think they have them in King's Cross and other places too. So we, in November, we went to Mildred's for lunch, which was delish. Although the service was really slow, which was annoying, but you know. But then we went to Motown the Musical, which was so good. Like, the main guy in it, his voice was insane. It was so great. So yeah, we went there and that was pretty cool. Not much happened really in November. I remember that I went back to physio. So I went to physio and I did some working out, and I was like, yes, this is it. I'm going to get fit again and get really into it, and you know, get into a routine and blah blah blah. And then that didn't happen. Hopefully it will this year, but that wasn't through any fault of my own. We'll get to that in a moment. And then on the 30th of November, I had my photo shoot for my book, which was awesome because the great photographer came here, my publisher came here, and I was having a photo shoot. Unfortunately, something bad happened in between the photo shoot with my family, so that was a bit terrible. What happened, I don't really want to go into it because it's fine now, but it was just something really stressful, like so unexpected and bizarre what happened. Something really weird happened. But yeah, anyway, it was like in the middle of my photo shoot, and I just remember thinking, you know, pull yourself together, Jordan, you need to get on with your photo shoot after this has happened, but I kind of wanted to be there for my family, so I was a bit torn, but it worked out. I did the photo shoot, I finished, and I was there for my family. But doing a photo shoot was pretty cool, and it was pretty awesome that it was in my own home, so I got to touch up my makeup when I wanted to, I got to change my outfit easily, like it was just perfect for me. So I'm so excited to see the pictures. I haven't seen them yet, and I can't wait to see what the book cover is going to look like. I really can't wait, and it's going to be pretty epic. I can't wait for this. Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, I hope you guys love my book, and I hope, yeah, you enjoy it. So after that, December turned out to be a complete and utter disaster. So I was supposed to go to BeautyCon. I was supposed to go down the night before, stay in a gorgeous hotel with the Red Hair team, and I was supposed to then talk on a panel at BeautyCon. I was doing a meet-up with Beauty Bay. I was just so excited for it, and I just felt like that would have been a great end to the year. Unfortunately, I got put on bed rest, and I'm still not recovered, to be honest. A lot happened in December, really health-wise, really bizarre things that it's weird it all happened at the same time because it's not really all related. So first of all, I had a bit of a sore and I had to lay in bed. I'm still kind of healing from that. It isn't like a terrible one, you know, like some people can get really bad sores, but it's just hard when you're sat all the time, and you know, it's hard for it to heal because you're sat again, and you know, the only option is to get in bed and get off the area that is sore. So I did that, and then after that my lips swelled up, and I did actually record myself talking about it because I thought I might do a video about it, but I haven't used it. But my top lip just swelled up so huge. I spoke to my doctor, who we decided it was an infection, but then the next day it swelled up even bigger after being on antibiotics. Turned out it wasn't an infection. I needed to have steroid shots, and I had to have steroid tablets for like 5 days, like 8 tablets in one go. And I had a B12 shot and a Piriton shot, so I had to be on Piriton as well. But it turned out I had this weird allergic reaction, so I looked very attractive. So I just kind of got over like the worst part of my sore, and then my lips swelled up so I couldn't film anything. And then we had the most amazing Christmas, despite the bad stuff that was happening. Mike had some bad things happen as well this month. In December. December was just a pretty crappy month, to be honest. He had a couple of bad, like, pieces of bad news, which is horrible. But then we had the most amazing Christmas Day, and Christmas Day was lovely. It was our first Christmas Day in this house, and it was just wonderful. My mum was here, my stepdad was here, my sister was here, my auntie was here, my uncle was here, my two cousins were here, and obviously Mike. And it was like literally probably the best Christmas we've had in a long time. We were all kind of in the kitchen, in the lounge, because it's all connected, so we can all be together all the time. We put vinyls on my record player. We had the most delicious food. It was just so good, and I ended up having a bit too much Prosecco. We all did, and it was just awesome. It was just so nice. And then Boxing Day, what did we do Boxing Day? I think we just chilled on Boxing Day. We had a chill one. And yeah, and then unfortunately it ended on a bad note again. So I went to the dermatologist a few days after Christmas, and for a checkup, because I had this mole on my arm I thought was a little bit dodgy, and it turned out it was fine. While I was there, they checked out some of my others, and it turns out they wanted to take one off my back, and that was just a complete shock to me. I was like, whoa, I've come for this little one here that I thought felt a little bit odd, and I didn't think I'd actually have to have one taken off. And they were like, okay, we can do it now. And I was like, oh, okay. So this was on Thursday. So in the space of like the next 20 minutes, I was laid on like this bed having a mole removed off my back. And in all honesty, I am a little bit nervous about it, but I'm trying to be positive, because if you didn't know, probably 7 years ago now, I had a mole removed off my leg, and it was malignant. So I'm a little bit nervous because it does look quite similar. It's obviously hard because you can't see your own back. So hopefully the results will come back fairly quick. But yeah, so New Year's Eve we just went out for lunch, and then we came home and had a few drinks, put some music on. We watched Absolutely Fabulous, And then we had some more drinks and then ordered a Domino's because we're naughty, and played, what is it, Cards of Humanity? Is that what it's called? Well, the game, that really rude game, but it was really funny and really cool. So New Year's Eve was fine, it was just chill. I don't really ever do anything on New Year's Eve, but yeah. So I'm now just excited for 2017. I'm just excited to see what this year holds. I really want to aim high and I really want to succeed even more. And like I said earlier, without your help, it's not possible. So thank you for everything. Thank you for all the likes and all the comments. I'm not living for likes, I'm living to inspire, and I'm living to, make you guys realise your potential by realising my own at the same time. And just, if I can do something, you definitely can. So 2017 is about pushing myself and getting further ahead of my career, just doing better and inspiring more people and reaching more of you. I want to grow. I feel in all honesty, I feel like I grew too much in terms of numbers in 2016, but it's one of those things. But like I say, I'm not living for that. The reason I want more of you is because I know that will hopefully inspire more of you. It's so difficult for me to explain, but yeah. So I just want to say thank you so much for supporting me, and I hope you have the most amazing 2017. This year is going to be great. Let's believe it, and it will be. We can do whatever we want. We can be so successful if we let ourselves. So let's keep believing in ourselves and aiming high, and we will get there. So I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.